you're having a wonderful day. I'm having a wonderful day. You know who I am, Kevin here. We like to talk about luxury items from high-end, low-end, and everything between. Today is no different. I have a scent of the day. We're going to get to that. I just want to say welcome all of my new subscribers. The last week or so has been like kind of overwhelming with, you know, new subscribers, new comments, people reaching out, things like that. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. There's a lot of channels, a lot of luxury channels to watch and to subscribe to and to follow here on the YouTube. So I appreciate you all very much for coming and sticking around and having conversations with me. And to all of you that have been subscribed, thank you as always. So before we get into my scent of the day, today's topic, I just want to delve into, if you had to start your collection over, how would it differ? Or would it? And because there are a lot of designers out there, and because there are a lot of bags and brands and things to choose from, for this video, we're just going to talk about Louis Vuitton. So without further ado, let's get into my scent of the day. Now, today's scent of the day is brought to you by Scentbox. You all know how much I love them. It's a subscription service. You can start a subscription as low as $9.99 a month. I love them. I use Scentbox and Scentbird. I've used them for years. I don't know that I would recommend one over the other. They're both fantastic. They both have a lot of the same scents. So, and then, you know, it comes right to your door. I'm a big fan. This video is no way affiliated, but I would gladly work with them anytime. I just love them so much. But the scent of the day today is, and this is going to be a little controversial. So today's scent is Versace Eros. This has been a scent that's been on my radar for a very, very long time. It's usually on everybody's list. It's been on my list for a couple months now, but I hadn't smelled it. But because I see so many people go on and on about it, I decided to get a month sample. And guys, this is the most underwhelming and underperforming cologne, one of the most that I've ever used. Now here's why. I think that this is probably one of the best scents that I've ever smelled, but I sprayed it on me whenever I first got it, and I do a good like 4 or 5 sprays. It lasted about 20 minutes. I was so bummed out, and I work to work, and usually work is like the best place to try out longevity of scents because I sweat and I'm like moving around and stuff. But this, like, again, one of the best fragrances that I've ever smelled, but it literally lasted about 20 minutes. So for that, I would not recommend Versace Eros. And I'm glad that I was able to try it in this form instead of buying a bottle and then just having this set on it or trying to get rid of it. So there's that. I don't know if that helped any of you make a decision on it, or if you have it, you have a different opinion, that's fine. Of course, let me know in the comments. So let's get into today's topic. Now, for me, I honestly didn't really dive into LV and start buying stuff till a couple years ago, actually. And it's funny because in like 2003, 2004, 2005, in that era, whatever, like LV and Dooney and Burke and Coach and some of these other fashion houses, they were marketing to like younger people. You all remember the explosion of the Dooney and Burke bag and like the multicolored Coach bag that like Lindsay Lohan had and all that stuff around the time that Mean Girls came out. Well, you remember that Louis Vuitton had the black or white multi-colored line that came out. That was whenever they like were put on my radar. It's one of the first like lines that I fell in love with. Never got anything from it. Still have not got anything from it. If I had to go back, I would definitely get something from the multicolor line. And if you all remember, like, I thought that they were so expensive back then, but now, what they're priced now, I wish that I would have just found the money and forked it over, because, wow. But a lot of that stuff you could actually find preload for a pretty good price. So, I mean, there's that. Another bag that I wish that I would have had and just got is the Monogram Ellipse bag. I've talked about this bag before. Whenever it first came out, it was so popular, and I thought it was the ugliest bag that I had ever seen, especially from Louis Vuitton. But now, like I've talked about, flash forward to all these years later, it's one of the top items on my 2022 luxury wish list. And I'll probably be able to find that bag before the year's out. You can find it a lot pre-loved, but it's just a matter of price and what you're getting and pre-love. You guys know what I'm saying. So another something else from LV that I wish that I would have had the chance to get earlier, or like whenever it came out. You all know how much I love Speedies. I think that the Speedy is the perfect quintessential bag. I love the two that I have. You can just pretty much fit your whole life in them, just depending on what you carry, what size that you have. And you all just know that the Speedy is my ride or die, my go-to. My Azure Speedy, and then I've got a Monogram up on the shelf. They both have little cute Amazon chains. Thank you, Devin. His dad made these. Very cute. Anyway, so definitely my ride or die. I think all Speedies are fantastic, and you all know, as I've talked about in like unicorn bags, the Sprouse, the Steven Sprouse Speedy, and the Tahitian Speedy, those are like at the top of my list. I think that they're so beautiful, and I wish at the time when those came out I could have got them. Yeah, that's really, as far as like anything else, not a whole lot jumps out at me that I put off. So yeah, I'm sure there's like lots of other LV items that I haven't got. You know, the only other thing that I haven't really like talked about in other videos. I just did that video on about like getting an artsy. That's still up in the air. You all had really good weigh-ins on that, and of course, Neverfull. I know they're readily available pretty much all the time. I can spend all the money on a new one, or I can go the pre-loved route. I still don't know if a Neverfull is right for me, because even the smaller ones are like really big. So I don't know. They'd probably be really good for trips though. But guys, as always, sound off below. Thank you for stopping by. What early Louis Vuitton purchases did you miss out on and would get first if you had to start your collection over? As always, my name is Kevin. Thank you all very much. Take care of yourselves out there. Have a wonderful week. Say something nice to a stranger. And yeah, just be yourselves. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.